Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the differences between 2.11 and 2.2. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you guys are new to the channel. And make sure to drop a like. 70 likes for more 2.2 videos, and let's get right into this. The first thing that we have from 2.11 is the trigger where you hit your head off of the block with your cube or any other game modes that you can use also. So yeah, this was a very cool thing that robtop added to the game. It also helped out a lot with making gameplay. And yeah, this helps out a lot with 2.1. Time to move to the compare to 2.2. Up next is the zoom trigger. What this trigger does is it zooms into the cube. I think it would actually, in my opinion, look really nice in this game as long as it's not abused. If it's not abused to a certain point, it would look very cool. And it will give a cool aspect to the game as well as look, so it would draw more attention. Something in 2.11 that was added was the stop trigger. This helps a lot with making the gameplay aspect part as well as the last one. What this basically does is it stops you, and it also clears up a lot of buggy levels. It can help clear some bugs inside levels, and it overall gives it more of an accurate run of how you'll land on things. So this trigger was a very cool thing added into the game, and I always liked this trigger. It really helped out with the dash orbs. The Geometry Dash 2.2, robtop decided to add a screen, and it basically moves over the screen, sort of like a screen follower. I find this idea pretty interesting. It looks pretty cool, as long as it's not abused, because a lot of stuff in 2.2 could be abused and ruin the whole thing. But overall, I really like this trigger. I think it would also help with the effect look of this game. It would draw more attention as the last one. And yeah, I think these triggers so far are looking good for 2.2. Another thing I found interesting that was added to 2.1 was the dash trigger. This was one of my favorite things in Geometry Dash 2.11. I think it was, or Geometry Dash 2.1. I found it very interesting. It was a pretty cool extension to the game, and it really helped with gameplay. This is one of my favorite parts of 2.1. Another thing for the screen smoother, I think it's pretty interesting how you can choose different things and how you want to transition through. The back in and out, I'm not really a fan of, unless it's going to be something like a shaking part inside a level, or like something like glass falling, like an effect. But overall, I think this effect is pretty nice as well. Also, if you guys are kind of questioning by my voice over this, just watch till the end of the video and I will rate the differences between this, okay? Up next is the slide trigger. I think it's really cool that you can slide on blocks. It saved me so many time on levels from like dying just in general, and it's a really cool concept that was added to the game. It's just really cool, and I find it to be very fun to play on. And yeah, it's just it's one of my favorite parts as well about 2.11. This next thing added in 2.2 is the moving back trigger, whatever it is, I don't know what it's called, but it seems really cool, and the infinite loop thing, I don't really seem cool, but like how you can go back and forth, could help with a lot of sync inside levels as well. The effect seems pretty cool, and I find it very interesting, and it's one of the cooler parts about 2.2 in my opinion. Up next is the shake trigger. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I just don't really like this trigger whatsoever because it's really abused inside this game. But I mean, it's very interesting how he added it. I think it would look kind of cool like when stuff is falling, just like that thing that I said earlier. And it's pretty cool as long as this is not abused, which it was sadly, but it's a pretty cool concept. Up next is the puzzle. I think the puzzle idea inside this game is pretty awesome. I mean, it couldn't take away from the rhythm part of the game, but I don't think it would take away as long as you like sync it and all that kind of stuff. But the puzzle idea looks pretty cool in my opinion. Fits well with the game, and it's just really cool how you can make mini games using keys and all this kind of stuff going back and forth. So I really like this a lot. The follow trigger is pretty interesting in this game as well. I think 2.11 had it good for the follow trigger because you can make many cube stories and games. This mainly helped out a lot with that, and maybe some boss fights as well, like from the boss behind you. But this really added a lot to 2.1, which helps a lot of it. Up next is Geometry Dash multiplayer. I think this completely just annihilated 2.11. I mean, this multiplayer concept is really cool to see like how you could play against other people and like see their things. Transparent in the background is also a good idea, so you can see your cube a lot better. I really find this concept pretty cool. It's going to make the community more tied together, more interactive, all these kinds of things. And that's what's going to keep this game lasting a lot longer and people quitting the game less than 2.2 before 2.3 comes out, because this is just going to basically this is the reason why they would stay a little bit longer inside the game. And I think it's just really cool to see the community interact and how it just honestly just looks really cool as well. The rotate trigger was another cool thing added to Geometry Dash 2.1. I think it's pretty entertaining, and not entertaining, but it looks really cool, and I just really like it, and you can make many games with it as well. It's pretty nice. Up next is a swing copter. I think it's a really cool addition to the game. Even though you can already do it, I feel like robtop's going to change a little bit in the mechanics of what you can do and make it more smooth, but it seems really cool. And compared to the spider, I think it's probably a lot better. Once the community, though, gets used to it, I think they will like it. As of right now, not a lot of them like it, but I think it will become better. Thank you guys all for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say the winner of this is 2.2 definitely, because like 2.2 has a lot more cooler things such as like multiplayer puzzle levels and all these cool effects that I really like. Although 2.11 did help out a lot with gameplay, I feel like 2.2 is more of the effects, and I see 2.2 seeming very cool, especially with some stuff. Adventure mode, though, does not fit with the game, although a lot of people like it and some don't. So I'm not gonna really argue about it or just like do a whole conversation about it, because I don't want to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2.2. 2.2 is probably gonna be the best update so far. It's gonna bring the community a lot more closer together, not better. Not saying anything like that because I can't really predict the future, but I'm gonna predict it's gonna be closer together, more interactive. So yeah, this was a very cool update to the game. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with friends, and I'll see you guys inside the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.